Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ads Academy. My name is Bradley Sutton, and I'm joined by
Destiny Wishon.
And in this group of modules, we're going to be diving into keyword research. Now, when we say the word keyword, what are we referring to?
Well, I think keywords in general play into many parts of Amazon. One, you have things like your backend keywords, the keywords that you're putting in your title, the keywords that you're putting in your listing. Those are really important because that's how Amazon knows what you're selling. But also keywords and keyword research as it comes into play with Amazon advertising. The majority of Amazon advertising, PPC, is keyword targeting. So we're going to talk about how you understand what keywords are best for your product, how you incorporate that into building your listing, but also how you incorporate it directly into Amazon ads.
And there's a lot of reasons of why this is important. One of the reasons is when we start doing sponsored product ads, especially namely keyword targeting, traditionally, you cannot target keywords that you are not indexed for by Amazon. You know, like I could have a listing for dog treats, but if I don't have the keyword maybe puppies anywhere in my listing, then I can't go and target in advertising dog treats for puppies because I'm not indexed for that keyword. So how do I know I need the keyword puppies in my listing? Well, that's where this keyword research comes in. The other aspect of why keyword research is so important is what is in your listing is how Amazon kind of judges your relevancy. And this has a big impact on advertising. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we're all familiar with AI and the power of AI lately. And since we understand that concept, you have to consider that when you create your listing, Amazon has to figure out what your product is and what customers are going to prefer your style of product. So we use the puppy example. Now you can throw that keyword into a campaign and push play and bid on it. But what's going to happen is Amazon's going to say, this isn't a puppy product. So if a customer's searching for a puppy product, they're not going to showcase that product. So what we're really starting to understand is, one, the product that we created, what's the ideal audience to target? What is the audience that's going to be most likely to convert? A lot of people are going to go incredibly broad. And what happens is the audience isn't as precise. But if you do really good keyword research and you kind of figure out, hey, my product should be branded more towards puppies, we can start niching down on an audience that's going to be a lot more likely to convert, but also from a ranking perspective, Amazon's going to be a lot more likely to put our product on page one for those certain keywords.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of things that, at the time we're recording this video that might still be in its infancy, but might be more advanced by the time you're watching this, such as there's a AI called Rufus that answers questions about listings. And there's going to be an aspect of advertising even there. Well, it's going to be the same thing. Like Rufus is going to be based on maybe some advanced things, such as, customer reviews and things. But from day one, it's not like Rufus is not on your listing because there's no reviews or nothing to talk about. It's going to be based on what you have in the copy, what you have in your images, etc. And so, again, the way that you know what you need to put in your copy is going to be through keyword research. Now, in the upcoming modules, we're going to go a little bit deep into how to find keywords, because you might be wondering, well, I'm just starting my product today. How in the world do I know what are the important keywords? There's tools, free tools inside of Amazon Seller Central that you have access to use. If you're in this course, you obviously have access to Helium 10. There's a lot of tools where we can help you look at some of your competitors and where they have been getting sales from, and you're going to know then what kind of keywords that you can be targeting. But it's not just about getting a keyword list of 500, 300, whatever, and then throw them all into my listing haphazardly and treat them all equally. There's a lot more planning that goes into getting your listing ready based on keywords. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. One, as mentioned, you can't just throw it all in there and hope it works out. It's not quite how it works. You have to understand the audience that you're most aligned with, right? I'm going to use chapstick as an example. Let's say we're selling chapstick. I can't just go put peppermint chapstick, vanilla chapstick, and watermelon chapstick in my listing if I'm not selling those flavors. So one, you have to consider what is my product exactly and how does that align with the customers that are searching. The second thing that's really important to consider is search volume. You may have a keyword that aligns with your product, but if no one actually calls it that, they're not going to search for it. Like when I go look for chapstick, I type in chapstick, but maybe someone else does moisturizer or maybe lip sunscreen. Those are all different variations that are going to come with their own set of search volume and also conversion rate depending on how you've branded your product. Finding the perfect mix of what keywords are going to drive volume and help me organically rank with what keywords are most aligned with my product and I'm going to convert well for is a little bit of a art and a science, which is what we're going to be getting into.
We're not going to go too deep into the keyword research. We've got a lot of modules about it, but it's important that you understand the concepts. Another aspect that we're going to just touch on briefly in some of these modules is maybe your listing optimization. Once you get the right keywords, it's not just a free-for-all, hey, I can put these keywords wherever. Where you put the keywords can impact the relevancy that we were talking about earlier, like the title is one of the most important places. So how do you choose the best keywords to go in the title? What keyword should go in the bullet points? We're going to go over some of that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into it. In our next module, we are going to dive a little bit deeper, specifically into keyword research. We'll see you there.